and I can't help.
you.
I can't help the
Yeah.
jester
Oh,
nature.
you self-sabotage. You
I can't.
self-sabotage like crazy.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this: it's still me. Like when I self-sabotage, I still get to die and be put in a coffin one day.
I think
And
you are
when I
the
get put in
biggest
a when I get put in a box in a coffin, whether haters or lovers, they're all gonna say, "Yo, that guy spoke his mind. He got the whole world
You know,
hate loving him, and he literally called himself this, a fascist, a pedo, a that. He don't give a fuck about the rules." I'm literally gonna die with the greatest energy. But let's say Bradley Morton and Sneeko and stuff, bro, they're gonna when they kick it, they're gonna be remembered. But it's gonna be like this: he was a good civilian. They're
So why
never.
were you doing that? I thought it was all to be contrarian.
I want to be down. I want to be down in history as the Christian who actually, people say, I don't, I don't, I'm not afraid to be canceled. I believe in free speech, and then it's like, really, you believe in free speech? Because it seems like you're afraid of a joke that'll ruin your career. And me, I'll tell you this, bro. It's bigger than a Ferrari to me. Not doing it year round and stuff like that, but just that I go into like when they do documentaries about me, this is the life of John Zerka. They're gonna get to a part of the documentary where people go, no influencer has, if their job is influencing through freedom of speech, this guy's power level is way higher than that fucking loser gypsy crusader who's the cringiest fucking bitch on earth. And bro, I cringe watching his clips. He just spams the N-word, the hard R, and thinks that's free speech. And I'm like, wow, bro, you really spoke truth to power, and fucking loser, bro. And I don't want to be remembered like that. I want to be remembered as the most charming fucking.
It's true. I think you were a lot more free than any of us were. I was miserable for a long time working as a therapist, where I couldn't say.
No,
I couldn't even discuss
Twitch, I was miserable. What about Twitch?
I couldn't even discuss psychology at the time. So I would imagine that what I was experiencing those first couple of years as a therapist is what you were experiencing.
I'll tell you this, bro. You know how they say ideas flow through you.
You tried to overcorrect a little bit. You went to the opposite end of the.
Well, that's the thing. Paracelsus would say, he would say, find the middle. But you know how they say ideas. You don't own ideas. Ideas own you, bro. This started as a joke, and now 2 little ideas hammered me in.
I can't see that. The Bible.
Like, if you think about, and you know what's funny is this one came first. This brought me this way because I started seeing Trump as this force of phony. Like, when people are like, you think Trump's a Christian? I always froze, and I hate freezing like a bitch. And so I'm like, oh, I am like Trump. I better go this way. And this way turned out to be, I'm not just saying this, bro, and I know this is like an attack on your clinic. This is therapy, man. There's something about this story time is so.
I never understood the pushback against the Bible, the Quran, any of those old texts, because by definition they've survived thousands of years. So the same people that make the argument for evolution and natural selection cannot accept that wisdom was passed down through the generations because it works. Yeah. There's a reason why it got to us this far. You have the knowledge of, what would that be, dozens, if not hundreds of generations.
For me, it was kind of like there's a.
But can I tell you something, John? It's hard for me to push that in counseling. It's a risky topic to bring up. You can get in trouble. There are some people that.
No, dude, I'll tell you this, bro. I talk about the Bible all stream, and most of my channels never go read it. So when they talk to me about like suicide and stuff, sometimes I go, if I give this guy the Bible, he might kill himself because they just cannot read. They're so fucking stupid, these Zoomers. So I start to like bring them into Jung, and then I say, Jung is this way and that way, and then I try and reel them in. And when they're interested, then I spring it on them. But obviously, go see a professional. But check this out. I still think the biggest.
Come on, spit it out.
The biggest thing for me was the linguistics of English and etymology of words. Like
somebody mentioned that in the chat.
When did you know the word? You know the word conscience? I'm pretty sure it was the word conscience. Yeah, conscience. When you look at the definition of this word, it says within a Christian framework, just like the word morality. I thought conscience was just something in your fucking head telling you don't do this, don't do that. But it says it has to be from a Christian framework. I'm like, that makes no sense. Then I went to the word morality, and obviously morals come from, they're morally grounded in that Bible. And then I said, there's no way, don't lie, cheat, steal, murder. There's no way they didn't know this before the Bible. Apparently, all historians agree, nope, it was vague because Zeus would cheat and lie, and Hermaphrodites would cheat and lie, and these gods would cheat and lie and steal.
Yeah,
so it was a vague thing.
They had very human issues that they were dealing with. Like, I guess like greed and lust and these kinds of things.
And check this out. Check this out. I try and debunk Jesus, and I'm like, oh my God, it's impossible because it's not a flawed character. And then I'm like, well, I can do that with Superman. And no, you can actually debunk all these characters. For the Quran, Muhammad does not live up to the Jesus thing at all. And then you look at all these fucking religions, none of them have a central figure that was flawless. Like they say Jesus' one flaw was flipping out at the Pharisees and getting angry at flipping tables. Not really. If you look at justice, severity, and mercy, the 2 pillars, yeah, sometimes he's just. He's just and infinite mercy and infinite justice, which again is a middle pillar. If you think about if God is infinite justice, meaning bam, he's going to get you, versus infinite mercy, how the fuck those 2 conflict? You meet in the middle and he'll weigh your heart. Yeah, he doesn't really want to do the esoteric stuff because it'll make him.
I can't speak to